Tim's American Beauty was made by Robust Tools, America's premier lathe manufacturer. Quality hardened tool rests and live centers too. Robust. Built to turn wood. Enjoyed for a lifetime.
Thompson Lathe Tools. Welcome to a new level of professional wood-turning tools. Made by a wood-turner, for wood-turners. I have a buddy who's a cigar freak, and his birthday's coming up, so I wanted to figure out something I could make for him that was unique, and I was looking for a pin kit. And I ran across this cigar holder kit, and it's really neat. It's called a Rogue Plus cigar holder. Arizona Silhouette sent this to me. They're a pin supply place. They actually call it the Rogue Senior cigar holder. And you can see it's really nice. It's gold colored. It's got an O-ring on here so it seals the air so this won't dry out while it's in there. Nice kit. One thing to keep in mind, actually, when you look at this kit, ring sizes are really important for cigar smokers. I mean, flavor's more important, but this is about a 46 ring size, and I went to a cigar shop and tried them out. About the biggest you can get in here is a 50 ring size, so if your friend or whoever you get this for, you like to smoke larger cigars, they won't fit. Now this is the plus size they make, so they made one that was smaller, and I guess they upped the size to make it bigger, but hopefully they'll make a bigger one in the future, and then you put the really big cigars in there. Now, just like pin turning, this involves tubes and some bushing, so you hold this on the lathe, but we got to get wood on here. So when you make this kit, you need a blank that's at least 1 1/4 inches square, and that's a big pin blank to find, so they're hard to come by. So I was looking around my shop, and Cook Woods had sent me some Cocobolo, and I found this piece, and the figure in it is phenomenal in here. Look how wiggly it is and how it's shaped. That is just beautiful. So sometimes you got to sacrifice to get a lot. And so I'm going to actually cut this into a 1 1/4 inch square blank, and then I'm going to show you how to drill the holes so we can start putting the tubes in the kit. I've been setting up my bandsaw. I've got my push stick ready, and on the blank here, the simplest way to do this is you kind of just put the pieces of the tubing where you think you find the nicest grain. I'm going to leave myself about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch between here. When I drill the hole in these two pieces, I'm going to drill from this point in and this point in, so my grain is going to match the best. Down on these ends, that's good grammar, I'm going to leave a lot of wood, because when I drill down through here, I don't want to have it cut here and pop out because it'll split the wood. So I'm just going to drill down into here, and then we'll cut this end off on the bandsaw again once we're done drilling. So anyway, I've got my bandsaw guide set up here to 1 1/4 inches. It's actually a little proud of that. I want to be a little safe on this project. So I'm going to cut the first cut. We start her in there, like so. Now the figure that I want to save is right here, so I'm going to cut off this edge right here, so I'll keep all that really wild looking wood there. Now, one thing I need to do yet, let's move this out of the way. I am going to make the cut in the center that I was talking about right there. So then I'll have my two pieces separated and ready for drilling. Now I'm marking the center of the blanks right now, and it's real fidgety when you're trying to hold this and keep it in place. I want to draw a line from here to here and here to here so I can find the center, just like I did on this one. Well, one little trick I've come up with, and I don't know if you probably use it too, this looks a little strange. I'm putting my two fingers right here. And remember how I use my fingers on the tool rest to give me a depth gauge when I'm roughing stuff out? I'm using this as a depth gauge too. So when I push into here, my fingers will actually hold this in place and keep it from sliding and wobbling away. So now this is really solid, so I'm bringing my pencil up and draw my line. It doesn't move or slide on me, see? I wish somebody would invent something that just kind of latch onto the wood. I've gotten some little center finders, but they don't seem to work that well, because if your blank is off a little bit, they don't want to draw from corner to corner. Anyway, after doing that, I just take my awl and find the dead center on that and just whack. And the reason I'm doing that is because when I start drilling these holes, the first bit I'm going to start off with is a 1/4 inch bit, and I'm using a brad point bit, which I'll bring the drill press down and center that in the hole, and then I lock down everything and know I'm in the right place. Now, to drill this thing, you have to drill a large hole. It's 7/8 of an inch, and one cool thing, by the way, you get instructions with these kits. All these kits have instructions which tell you what to do and how to assemble it and everything else. Read it. Please, read it all the way through. I thought I knew something about this and I did something wrong when I was practicing it, so yeah, please read it. I'll show you later what it was I did wrong. Anyway, I have a really cool system here. This is a pin blank clamp, and you can see the little V's in here. So when you put a blank in here, it lines up on the V's and it locks it in so it's perfectly straight. Only one problem. This is such a big blank. I can get in the V, but I can't get it past the screws right there. And since this is such a large hole I'm drilling, I need as much support as I can get, so I'm going to turn it and actually, oh no! I'm going to take this back to the bands. I'll take about 1/8 of an inch off, and then we'll come back and then put it in. You can't learn from perfect. That's why you're watching me. Okay, now we're in the pin blank holder. Everything fits good. I actually had to redraw the lines and find the center again. You can see it moved quite a bit. One thing, this holder here is only as good as how level your table is. So my table's perfectly square or perpendicular to the drill bit, right? And this holds it perfectly straight up and down this way, but not this way in the form that I'm holding it. So one thing you want to do is when you do this, make sure you bring up a straight edge and measure the distance from the top all the way down to the bottom, and once that's equal, that means this thing is absolutely straight up and down this way, so when you drill your hole, you're not coming out the side. Because there's not a lot of wood left, especially after having to do this on this project. Now, to drill a hole 7/8 of an inch wide, you can't do it in one shot. It builds up too much heat, it'll tear the wood up and it'll crack. So, in effect, what we're going to do is drill a 1/4 inch hole. Then we're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole, and then as you can see, we're going to come in and do the 7/8 inch. So we're removing less wood with the bigger bits, so it's less traumatic on the wood. The other thing is, again, I think I said it earlier, my pin tube is going to come into here, right? If I cut the wood off here and drilled through it, break out the bottom, so I'm leaving all this wood here. I'm going to make sure that I drill down at least to this depth, so I know when I go to the bandsaw and cut it off, that I will be exposing the 7/8 inch hole. Okay? Makes sense? Sounds good. Okay, I got my drill set up. It's all ready to go. And we're going to turn her on and we're going to start drilling the hole. And that brad point centers in perfectly on that little mark I made. And you have to come up, clear the shavings a bit, and keep doing that. If you go straight in, the shavings will clog up the bit. Be a lot of screeching, a lot of burning, and the bit will probably be stuck in there. Trust me, I've experienced that many times. Now, one thing, I have to go down quite a bit on this hole. So here's the trick. Not a lot of drill presses travel 5 inches, which is almost what we need for that first blank. So I'm going to insert this in, then down over here. This releases the table of my drill press. And I'm going to raise it up here. This looks really good, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so I've gone up about 2 inches here. And now when I let go of the bit, you can see it's already inside. Since everything's clamped down really well, I'm pretty safe doing this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill it even deeper and deepen that hole just a tick more. I'm going to lock that down right there. Turn it on. There, now I'm bottomed out. That's as good as I can go on this one. So we're going to lower this, change out drill bits, and start doing the 1/2 inch hole. Okay, now I have my 1/2 inch bit in here and I'm ready to drill the pin cigar blank. I keep calling it a pin blank. I do so many pins, I haven't done too many cigar holders. This is my second. Anyway, on your drill press, the table will actually swivel around like this because it's kind of flexible. What I need to do now is I'm trying to center this bit up on the hole. And let me grab my 7/8 of an inch bit here and show you. I'm now using not a brad point, but a standard point. By doing this with the hole, it wants to center up by pushing on the edges. So it's easier for me to center this up on the hole now. If I had a brad point, I wouldn't have any place to reference. So I'm putting it on there and I'm just eyeing it in, making sure I'm really even on this side. You can see I'm even on that side. So I'm gonna lock it in. And then we'll start this up. Now you're taking out more wood. So just go slow. And then just keep getting rid of the shavings. Now once I've drilled this down to the depth I need, we're gonna have fun because we're gonna switch to the 7/8 inch bit. Okay, now I'm just making extra sure that this is fairly well centered, because if I get off at this point, I'm gonna have walls that are way too thin. Believe it or not, the walls on this are really thin when you're finished. This is a honking big bit, right? Okay, so we're gonna take our time, and the very first cut going in here is gonna shake like crazy, so make sure everything's tight so you're safe when you go on here. But if you can just ride out this first wave of bouncing, then you're good. Now it's cutting really easily because there's nothing in the center to move, just something on the side. And you can hear how aggressive it is because there's not much to go through, so it's really digging hard, so I gotta take my time. So once I'm done drilling this down to depth, I'm gonna load up the shorter barrel for the cigar blank and drill it out, and then I'll show you how we glue the tubes in.
Tim's American Beauty was made by Robust Tools, America's premier lathe manufacturer. Quality hardened tool rests and live centers too. Robust. Built to turn wood. Enjoyed for a lifetime.
Thompson Lathe Tools. Welcome to a new level of professional wood turning tools. Made by a wood turner for wood turners.